Extreme Collectibles here, extremely excited. I am stoked. Stoked, is that still a word? If it is, that's what I am. It is August 31st, 2019, which means a number of things. Number one, winter is coming. I actually finished Game of Thrones Season 7 yesterday. Excuse me, this week. What a cliffhanger, right? Two, it means it's Labor Day weekend here in the States, which means we get 3 days off to celebrate how much we work. And biggest for me is today, my Huskers play. I'm so excited. They play in an hour and a half, so I got to get going on this, get this edited and uploaded. And if you don't like the Huskers, I don't care. I like them. I went there during their glory days when they couldn't be beaten, and one day I have foolish hopes that that will return. But most importantly, while you're watching this video, this means it's time for why I went broke in August of 2019. We're going to look at all the purchases I made relating to statue-related content and see which pieces will be arriving to the Extreme Collection in the distant or super distant future, or maybe they already did. So we'll discuss all that. So let's get rolling. Extreme here with why I went broke in August 2019. Today we're going to look at the things I purchased in August of 2019 related to statue collecting. And just like last time, we're going to keep it in categories. So we're going to categorize everything so it's easy to follow. Disclaimer, just because I purchased it doesn't mean I have it. I may have purchased it and I may already have received it, and it may have already been reviewed. Just so you know, I do review every single piece that comes in. I don't always air those reviews right away because sometimes that'd be like 4 in a day, and there's almost only so much Mr. X you can take. At least that's with most people. So some of the pieces I may have received already, some may be coming next month, some may be coming next year, and sometimes, depending on the project, it could come in a few different years. So let's not hesitate and let's kick it off right now. First category is licensed existing statues. So these are pieces that have been out and I've wanted for a long time, and I decided to pull the trigger and I finally bought it. So right here is all the licensed existing statues I bought in the month of August. Hashtag restraint. So let's move on to existing custom pieces. This category is for pieces that are custom pieces that have already been out, and I eventually pulled the trigger. Sometimes they were out for a month, sometimes they were out for 10 years. So the first one is this INF Venom statue. It's by a company I've never bought from before. I am very pleased with it. I've done a review. You'll see that posted eventually. Really cool piece. It's interesting. They're doing a whole line. Next, I've aired this review, so you've probably seen it, is the custom quarter scale Magic Phoenix Force statue. This one really exceeded my expectations. It was the one I was the least excited about of the 5, and I like her a lot. Next one, I don't think I've aired this one yet either, but I have reviewed it, is the custom quarter scale Grey Hulk vs. Spider-Man diorama. Here's a picture of it in my office next to the Sideshow one. This one I was on the fence for a while, but a buddy really wanted to offload it, so I got it for what he paid for it. And believe it or not, that's it. So I'm really trying to practice hashtag restraint to existing pieces and focus my collection on pieces that are coming up, which there are a lot of them. And I think I had a budget last month. I think I said like 8. Yeah, I broke that on day 5. So buckle up. Let's look at licensed POs. So these are by licensed companies, and they put them up for pre-order, so they haven't been released yet. And I pulled the trigger. Some of these I paid in full. Some of them I just put a non-refundable deposit or an NRD, a nerd, down for it. And let's jump right in with some Sideshow pieces to start. First is Sideshow's premium format Scarecrow. I've been waiting for a really cool Scarecrow. I think this one hits the nail on the head. It's Price point is decent, especially compared to some of the other ones we're going to talk about. Premium format, quarter scale, go great with my DC line. Another Sideshow piece is the Court of the Dead dog statues, Scratch and Riaz. So I have a bunch of Court of the Dead stuff at my office, and these guys were 90 bucks, I believe, for both. So I couldn't resist. Well, I could. I just couldn't practice restraint. This next one I couldn't resist. Prime Ones, 1/3 scale, Museum Masterline, Bane, Batman Diorama. This one's going to take up so much space, and I probably don't have room for it, but I figure I have a year plus to figure that out. And I absolutely, if Batman wasn't in the base like it is, I could have passed. Next one I bought yesterday was Prime 1 Jungle Predator Quarter Scale Deluxe. I think this is the best Predator statue out there. I do have Wolf Predator, so I think it'll beat it. I have tons of Predators coming in. I actually like the newer parts of it, the deluxe portraits better. So, and with that, I had to get the tree, because the tree can go with any of the Predator pieces I have, which I do have Sideshow's City and Jungle already, but I plan on keeping those. Next is Prime 1's Red Sonja. I wish this wasn't 1/3 scale, because I would pair it with my quarter scale Conan piece, but I'll have to figure that out, and I have plenty of time. But I think this is just a beautiful work of art that can stand alone. Then the last license piece I PO'd was Queen Studios Wonder Woman life-size bust after they made the changes. And if you recall, I did end up getting the Infinity Studios one. I don't see a need for two. I don't know if I'm going to cancel one or if I'm going to get both of them in and do a head-to-head review. That very well may be the case, so I will figure that out. Our next category are custom POs. So these are POs by custom manufacturers that I decided to pull the trigger on, and let's just dive right in. So this first one is a Venom Infinity Gauntlet. So this is based off of a cover. A lot of people were bashing the concept because they're giving Infinity Gauntlets to anyone. This is actually the cover of a comic. And I'm not showing the switch outs here, but it has some really awesome switch outs, which is what really made me pull the trigger. Next one is a custom quarter scale Batman on Throne statue. I do have another Batman on Throne statue I'm going to review someday, and I didn't want to get this one because I also have a Batcave coming, but look at it. It's freaking awesome, and I know the guy running behind it, quality is his top priority. He's anal in a very good way, so I know it's going to be a fantastic piece. Next one is a Superman, kind of a Clark Kent Superman Forever statue. Really excited. This is quarter scale. As you see, there's a bunch of switch outs here. I am going to get rid of some of my Sideshow Superman stuff because there's so much great custom Superman stuff. Next right here are some accessories I bought for my XM Studios cable. So these are custom. This is a bear. And then you have a cape or hood. I love custom XM cable. I know it's not accurate to the comics, but I think it looks great. You guys saw it on my room tour with my other X-Force stuff. Then one I was able to get is a custom quarter scale Maestro Kills the World statue. This base absolutely blows it out of the water, and I don't have a Maestro yet, so very excited. This one will be coming soon in the next couple months. Next one is a diorama I've actually bought before, and the project was canceled, then someone else picked it up, then they didn't do it, and now someone else is doing it. So custom quarter scale Wolverine versus Deadpool. My Wolverine and Deadpool pieces are right next to each other, so it works perfect. Very cool piece. It's still in the early stages. They're refining a lot of stuff. Categories. But the first category is what we call Cant Show. So sometimes custom manufacturers don't show their stuff. It's not posted in public forums. So those, I respect their wishes. I don't post them anywhere else. But the first one is a new level, or a new Weapon X quarter scale statue. So really excited about this piece. This is just a stock photo of Weapon X and should be really, really cool. Next is a quarter scale Spawn statue. And with this Spawn, I do have a Spawn in my intro that kind of a heads up, you know, it is what it is. I had that fully paid for, and I couldn't get the commissioner to answer any of my requests, so I filed a PayPal grievance against them, which rarely happens. And what's weird is other people said he's talking to them, so maybe he just doesn't like me, or maybe he missed my 10 messages. I don't know. So I'm actually going to switch up my intro video here in the next few weeks and remove that, because I will no longer be getting that piece, which is a shame because it looks great, but this new spawn is awesome. So this next category, I'm very excited. We're going to do this each month, and hopefully it gets bigger and bigger. That's what she said. Is we're going to call it hashtag restraint. These are pieces I really wanted, and I practiced restraint because space is going to become an issue. I mentioned in a few videos I'm going to start selling some Sideshow stuff just for space, and I have a car fund going. I would like to buy a car. But our first one, I'm so proud of myself. Prime One's Goku statue. I didn't buy this, and I really wanted to because it's awesome, and it's just so much money for a character that I don't love. I do have that custom cell in Majin Buu, but next one is Sideshow's Gambit. I have 3 Gambits coming, and I didn't need 4, even though Sideshow knocked this out of the park. Really, really great job, and plus the ES will probably be 50,000. Custom Apocalypse, I have 3 other Apocalypse statues, 2 in the Extreme Collection already, 1 on order, and this one looks phenomenal. This looks like the best one out there, but I don't want to justify getting a 4th Apocalypse for very similar reasons to the Sideshow Gambit. The guy that sold me the Grey Hulk was also trying to sell me this custom quarter scale Batman I really wanted, but I went ahead and passed on it because I have another blue Batman similar to this coming that I actually like more, but I do like this piece. I also passed on Sideshow's Wolverine bust. It looks great. This is some phenomenal work by Daniel, but I just can't do it, even though it's a decent price too. They should have made this as a full statue. Then last one in this category is Black Bat Hush by Prime One. I really wanted this. I think this looks badass, even though it is not the Hush statue. Hush is actually blue from the comics. And as a lot of you guys know, I came home and my blue Batman Hush was broken. The cape had broken off, and it was leaning earlier. I don't know why it broke. If it was due to the leaning, there are obvious leaning issues with the statue. I reached out to both Sideshow and Prime One because I got it from Sideshow. Both have been very responsive. They're giving me my money back. They're taking care of me. And that's one of the reasons I didn't get the black one, because I don't know what kind of leaning issues. I am confident Prime One's going to take care of their customers. They're coming out with, what's best for them. So they have to balance the best idea that'll still not put them in the poorhouse, because they are a for-profit company. And if you were a stockholder for that company or you were a partial owner, you would agree. We got to take care of our customers. They can't just do a recall on everything. So I get that. So that's it. That's why I went broke in the month of August. I also spent a lot of money on other shit, just so you know. But it was not statue related. If you guys want to know that stuff, I'll let you know too, but just let me know. But tomorrow we're going to drop Extreme Arrivals in September, what statues are planned to come in the month of September. That way you can know what's going to be reviewed. I review new statues right away, get them out as fast as I can. And I think that's all I got today. So enjoy college football if that's your thing. Enjoy a 3-day weekend if you have one. If you are in the way of the hurricane and you're watching this, I would wish you some prayers, but as Anthony Jeselnik says, that's useless, but I do hope you're okay. With that, I will talk to you tomorrow with Extreme Arrivals in September. Take care.